Hi, welcome to my first ever vlog. Can't believe I just said that word. Anyway, I've been wanting to do this for quite a while and I've just been a little bit lazy, but also mostly just shy. I've been wanting to do a grocery shop and show my clients mostly, but also anyone that this may help, how I really just am strongly of the belief that it does not need to be that difficult or arduous or expensive even to eat really well. What has really motivated me to finally do this is that I had a huge weekend of food. I come to realise when I wrote it down this morning to a friend about what I did over the weekend, which there's nothing wrong with, and to be honest it's probably my number one pastime is to socialise and eat meals. I think that's something to do with my upbringing. Anyway, started with a big bowl of pasta on Friday night at one of our local Italian places. It came with a side of chicken schnitzel. Saturday, cheese, a lot of cheese with a picnic in the park and a lot of wine. Sunday, a trip to the pub, more beer and things like sticky ribs and fried chicken wings, and it was hectic, let me tell you. But often after a weekend like that, I really feel in need of a sort of boost of healthy food, which I don't like to phrase as healthy food, but let's be honest, it's often the easiest way, so I'll just roll with it for the purposes of this video. So I'm going to show what I have bought from the supermarket. This is more or less the same every week. It depends what kind of meat or fish and things like that are on special, and fruit and veg too, but essentially I try to buy meals that are going to give us lunches for the next day. If not, there's backup kind of food for lunches. I try to buy mostly fresh food, and you'll see that a very small portion of it is packaged. Let me caveat by saying I'm not a nutritionist. I am not going into quantities or nutritional labels. This approach and these types of foods might not make you feel really great, but these are the types of things that I buy all the time that are really in my diet Monday to Friday and in the weekend too. They make me feel good, they give me energy, they allow me to exercise really well and put my everything I've got into exercise, and they leave me feeling quite on top of my game. This may not suit everyone, it's just to show you and maybe help. Here we go. Excuse the washing. Even looking at the spread, you can see that a quarter, not even a quarter of it, is packeted food here. Okay. Otherwise, it's all fresh, whole food. Sorry, I'm not vegan or vegetarian or anything like that, much to some horror. But anyway, I'm going to show you how all this stuff goes. Starting with the mince, I just buy regular mince because I think if you're buying from Coles, it's all the same quality anyway. But I just drain the fat, so brown it off, drain the fat, and it's good to go. That's going to be making Mexican with tomatoes and beans, a couple of chilies, a pepper, and a red pepper, and some fresh, some spices, maybe some coriander on the top when it's served, and a little bit of brown rice, which I've got in the pantry as well. Otherwise, then this is the second dinner. It's going to be barramundi. That's going to be in the oven with lemon on top, and a little bit of just salt and pepper and lemon and some chili flakes. Again, that will probably be on some sweet potato mash. I'm going to mash that up, put a little bit of butter, salt, pepper and cinnamon into it, and broccoli. Meal number 2, right? Meal number 3 is a new meal that I'm going to try that my dear friend Natalie gave to me, and that is bacon and halloumi salad. And what also goes in there are some nectarines. These bad boys, they're going to be kind of fried off in on the pan in the bacon juices. These 3 are going to go with some fresh leaves, lettuce and spinach, and we will probably have a drumstick or 2 on the side too, because I'm married to a South African who can't go without meat. Look how cheap they are. Might take off the skin, might not, let's be honest. And then all of these meals will give us leftovers for lunch. Winner chicken dinner. And the 4th one is going to be stir fry. I've got chicken breast in the fridge. There's going to be lemongrass, chili, courgette, bok choy. I've got carrots in the fridge still from last week, and I'll probably add a bit of that. Here's lunches. So all these meals should be enough for lunch as well, but otherwise lunches every day for me will be a mixture of this salad, maybe some kumara, some sweet potato mashed up or in the oven or in the microwave even, a little bit of spinach, capsicum, tomato, maybe red cabbage, maybe a bean sprout, kraut. This is really yum. All it is cabbage and carrot and vinegar, adds a bit of crunch and texture, maybe a spoon of hummus, maybe a tin of tuna, and maybe a sprinkle of nuts and coconut and goji berries. That'll all go into a salad. Next, might be a tin of tuna, might be a handful of nuts, might be a bliss ball. These are also really, really yum. And you can see that they've just got normal, simple. And I should go through breakfast too. Oats, plain whole oats. I've got bananas here, and my favourite peanut butter, probably ever, crunchy, obviously. Don't disrespect peanut butter by going smooth. I make the oats with a little dash of almond milk and water. Not fussy about quantities or anything like that, but I do have this little cup here, and I try and have like half a cup. If you're, setting yourself up for the day and you're satisfied, so I've quickly finished by showing you lunch because I've got back from the gym and I've thrown together, see if you can see that, all those vegetables, a tin of tuna, some sauerkraut, and what else, tomatoes, some fresh peppers, cucumber and things like that, all piled into there with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. That's all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these little superfood mix, nuts and coconut and goji berries and things, and I'm just going to grab a little handful of coconut and nuts and maybe a little bit more and sprinkle that in, and that's going to be my lunch. And if I'm hungry, I'm going to get probably 2 corn thins and put some crunchy peanut butter on the top, and that's it. See, it doesn't have to be hard. That took me probably, I'd say maybe a minute and a half to put it together, chop it up and put it in a bowl, and that's all. If there's too much there, maybe I'll eat it with my dinner later on. Probably not though. And that's it. I hope this has been helpful. I have no idea if it's going to finish by, again, a little caveat or reaffirming my point that this approach may not suit everybody. I tend to eat quite a high fat, lower carb diet. The lower carb, still not actually that low carb, because I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of sweet potato, a lot of pumpkin, a lot of corn thins, brown rice crackers too. I didn't show you those, but often just the plain rice crackers every day. So for me, a higher fat, lower carb diet is what I kind of tend to gravitate towards. A lot of people don't believe in that kind of a diet, and that's absolutely fine. A lot of people might not feel the best eating that kind of diet too. I have recently watched a documentary called What the Health that actually almost kind of sabotages fat and eating fat, and actually suggests that sugar is actually not as bad as it's made out to be. For me, when I eat lots of sugar, I don't feel really well, so I tend not to eat too much of it, and the sugar I do eat would be from a little bit of fruit, and you saw that superfood nut mix and things like that. Just so you know, I'm not pushing this kind of a diet. I don't push diets on clients or anything. All I offer is advice based on what has worked for me. I may not be an oil painting in my figure, but it works for me in the respect that I feel really well, I feel healthy, I feel energetic, and I am comfortable and content. And that's a wrap. If anyone's got any ideas or feedback or ideas on what else would be helpful to see, please send them to me. That would be awesome, because I might try and do more of these if you'll have me. Bye.